Without further ado, let's get into it. If you struggle to find buried treasures in Minecraft, I'm going to teach you a technique that'll help you find it the first time, every time. First thing you need to do, open up your map and get as close to the X as possible. Then hit F3 and G to confirm that you are in the same chunk. After you've confirmed that, you can ditch the map, you no longer need it. From there, hit F3 and go to subchunk coordinates 9 and 9. I will highlight these on the screen. When you are at 9 and 9, feel free to dig down and you'll find your treasure first time, every time. Subchunk coordinates 9 and 9. Next up, I'm going to show you how to find the stronghold using the same method that we use to find the buried treasure. Once we get into the area of where we think the stronghold is going to be, I'm going to throw an Eye of Ender. This is going to give me a rough line of blocks to place. This is just going to be a guide of where I'm going to eventually dig down. Once you have your line of blocks placed, go to the opposite side and do the same thing. This is going to tell us the chunk where the stronghold sits. This is going to give us the entrance of the stronghold. We now have our lines placed. We can hit F3 and G. We see that they crossed inside of the chunk that we are standing in. So using F3, using those same subchunk coordinates, we are going to go to 4 and 4. From there, we'll dig straight down. So like I said, using the same system that we used to find the buried treasure, except this time instead of doing 9-9, we're doing 4-4. We just have to find the chunk first. Next up, if you don't have a diamond pickaxe or obsidian, I'm going to teach you how to speed portal to get to the nether. First thing you need to do, find yourself a lava pool that has a span of blocks at least 4 long. From there, in your center blocks, place a block down. Either side works. Now we want to place water off of that block like so. Feel free to break that and then mine out your bottom blocks. Collect some lava and fill in the bottom. This is the bottom of your portal. From there, pillar up 3 blocks and out 1, just like so. Then 2 blocks there and then break out your back block. Collect your water, place it at the top corner. Now, build your portal. Just like so. Very simple. Light your portal, go through. Here's a sped up version of that. So everybody knows that fortune is a great enchantment in Minecraft, but what a lot of people don't know is that you can use it for more than just ores. Things like melon and any of the village crops like carrots and potatoes and beets, but also things like sweet berries and glowstone and netherwort. Pretty cool fact. A lot of times when I see players come into the end, they make temporary structures to get themselves ender pearls and never use them again. Well, if you have a little bit of extra TNT, there's a much faster way. First thing I want you to do is dig a 3x2 by 2 deep hole. Once you have your hole dug, pillar up 3 blocks and then start aggroing endermen to fall in. Now that you have your enderman in your trap, feel free to place a TNT down, place a way to light the TNT, get it going, and then just hide off to the side. There we go. Jump down, grab all your pearls. Again, it's temporary, easy to fill in and move on with your life. Ultimately, on the other end of the spectrum, if you are having trouble in the overworld killing endermen due to them killing you or anything like that, an easy way to collect them is to simply place a block down, place a boat on top of a block, then aggro them and just, stand by the boat. Pretty simple stuff, actually. It works every time. It's amazing. So if you are still in the early game phase of Minecraft and you're having trouble finding ores or diamonds, anything like that, this is a method that'll save your pickaxe a little bit longer. It is a tiny bit less effective, but nonetheless, it will save you a lot of trouble in the end. So place a trap door down on the second block and then hit it. Then walk up to it, hit it again, and now you can one tall mine. So you'll be able to find diamonds a little bit easier if you go down to level 55 to 58, and then you'll be able to progress to the game a little bit faster while using a little less durability in that early game phase when you don't have a lot of XP to repair. So while you're down in the caves doing your one tall mining, sometimes it's going to take you a little while to find stuff. A good tip for finding anything really is to go to your options, go to music and sounds, and turn subtitles on. This is going to tell you when blocks are broken and there's footsteps, but it's also going to tell you when there's lava nearby. So it'll give you an arrow basically pointing to the lava. This will also tell you things like mob sounds, for example. So there's a lot of different ways to really help you in the caves to find stuff, and you know, having a guide to tell you where lava is extremely helpful. So if you are still in that early game phase of Minecraft and you happen to get lost a lot, an easy way to save your chords is to hit F3, then hit T to chat, and then type your chords into chat just like so. That will keep it into the game as long as you don't save and quit. But alternatively, if you want to keep a screenshot of your chords, hit F3 and then hit F2. That'll keep it permanently. Then whenever you want to access that coordinates, you can go to options, resource packs, open folder. That will take you basically to the Minecraft directory where you can find the screenshots folder very easily to access those chords. If you are going to be raiding an ocean monument in your world, there's a very easy way to kill the Elder Guardians without having to waste a lot of potions and going into the front door and spending all the time exploring inside of there. There are 3 spots for the Elder Guardians, the first of which is in the very top, which a lot of people know of. You can find your first Guardian there. But the other 2 locations are very, very easy to access as well. The first being on the left side, and the second being on the right side, right over here. He's in there as well. So as you can see, all 3 of our guardians are very accessible. Now, one other tip is break these holes open before you go in there. Don't fight one, then go do another one. Break all 3, then fight all 3. You'll have a much better time. Once you have killed the Elder Guardians and your monument and you're ready to collect the gold, rather than exploring to find the gold, there's a very simple method to do this. So I have marked 4 spots on this monument, and to find the gold, all you want to do is just pick a spot. It doesn't matter which one, you can pick at random, place a door down, then fall into the spot, mine down. If you don't see dark prismarine, feel free to move away. So do it again. And this time we found it. So there we go. You can get the gold within a few seconds. And even if you don't even kill the guardians, you can simply grab the gold and go. Once you have finished raiding your monument and you used your sponge, you're ready to dry them off. Rather than putting them in a furnace and wasting your fuel, simply come to the nether, because sponges dry instantly here and you can save a lot of coal or whatever you're using to smelt with. Now, don't forget when you come to the nether to bring a hoe. This is going to make your life a lot easier when harvesting these. You can actually, if you have enchants, harvest these automatically, like speed mining as well, so keep that in mind. With the new terrain, a lot of people go exploring. Now, one thing that you're going to often come across are these huge cave openings. And a lot of times you're either going to forget to bring a bucket of water, or you just don't really feel comfortable jumping in there. There's a much easier way, don't worry. All you got to do is make yourself a boat. Place it down, get inside the boat, hit F5, and then just jump down. You won't take any fall damage, and you can get into the cave very easily. Very simple stuff, and it's literally one of my favorite things to do. Now, on the topic of falling, a lot of people struggle with shifting over the void to get their first elytra, myself included. I get really nervous. A very simple way to combat that is to simply go to your options, go to controls, go to sneak, and change it to toggle. This is going to hold sneak for you, and you'll never fall. So then you can just simply bridge across, no problem. You can hang out on the edge if you want. You're not gonna fall. Don't worry about it. You're good to go. Go get that elytra. One thing I see people do a lot in nether fortresses is they struggle to find wither skeletons and other mobs that they're looking for. One of the main reasons for this is outside spawning, like mobs in other biomes. And a way to combat this in single player only is to change your render distance and simulation distance. Put these down both to between 2 and 5 simulation distance, all the way down to the very bottom. Go ahead and, put it on the difficulty that you need, and the mobs will only spawn in the radius at which you can see, helping you get mobs spawn in front of you rather than in other locations. It's helpful. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's definitely something that will improve your spawning. Let's say that you are ready to start moving villagers. Everybody knows this is a huge pain, but it's actually quite simple. To do so, all you need to do is have a bed and a bell. Place the bed down and place the bell down. Before you ring this bell though, make sure that you break all the other beds in the village. Once you've done that, you can ring the bell, and all of the villagers that are nearby and can see the bed will automatically track to it, making your life a lot easier. And even further so, you can string beds along to move villagers to each bed. It makes your life so much easier. So alternatively, speaking on villagers, if you have started a new world and you found a village and you want to capture your villagers so they don't die, it can be frustrating to block them in. So what I recommend doing is actually just waiting till nighttime, because the villagers will then track to beds and it'll make your life a lot easier to capture the villagers that are in your world. So let's say you've beaten the dragon and you're ready to get your first elytra. You've managed to find yourself an end city, but you come up to this sketchy bridge and you got a shulker box right there. Shulker sitting there ready to hit you the second that you bridge over there. Well, I'm going to help you out a lot, because all you need is one ender pearl. All I want you to do is stand on the platform, try to get as close to the edge as possible where you're comfortable, aim at the tower, and just go up like 10 blocks above. It's almost impossible to overthrow this. You would have to do some sort of magic. Throw the pearl and you're pretty much good to go. You're going to land right on the platform. Like I said, it's almost impossible to overthrow. Just make sure that you throw far enough above to land on the platform. Otherwise, you're good to go. Now go fly. So if you decide not to get an elytra, which is totally understandable, you can also use a trident with Riptide travel, and it's quite fun, to be honest with you. So the difference between the levels of Riptide just means the difference in the travel. So if I have Riptide 3, I will go the furthest. All you need to do is have water and you can move. Alternatively, if you want to go and travel somewhere far or fast and it's raining outside, oh boy, you're gonna have a great time. So when it rains, you can use Riptide all the time and just float around. It's really cool, right? That's amazing. It's so much fun. For my final tip, I'm going to show you guys how to beat the wither incredibly easy without using any type of bedrock. So to start, I found myself a cave and I'm going to just dig myself a tunnel about 30 blocks long. At the end of your tunnel, dig yourself out a 3x3 hole at 4 tall. This is where we're going to spawn the wither. Once you have your tunnel and your hole for spawning dug out, feel free to spawn the wither in. Once you get him in, feel free to back up about 15 blocks and then charge your bow for him to explode. Once he explodes, you need to shoot him immediately. So as you are shooting, he's going to be losing his life and coming towards you. And if he gets too close, all you got to do is back up. There we go. So now our wither is in sword attack mode. Again, if he gets too close, I'm just going to back up, but pretty simple, right? Very, very easy. Requires 0 bedrock and just a tunnel and a little tiny hole. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the 20 tips and tricks to help you become Minecraft Pro. If you guys enjoy this type of content and you want to see more, let me know down in the comment section below. Also, out of the 20, let me know which you knew and which you didn't know. Hopefully I helped you some. If not, I will try harder to find some more obscure stuff next time. Anyways, if you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button, and I hope you guys all have a great day. I'll see you in the next Hermitcraft episode. This is Jevin. Peace out, everybody.